Hey, good day everybody. Kathleen here. So I wanted to show by reason and common sense why Starlink satellites could not be, and it would be impossible for them to be in low Earth orbit and for us to even see them. I think most of us have seen them. When you look up, you're like, see a string of lights, correct? A lot of people. So what's the point is because deception, especially today, is rampant, and we shouldn't believe anything we're told. We take everything at face value that we're told, usually, as I did, until you actually consider it and think about it a little bit, and it just is absolutely ludicrous. So I'm going to show you the height. We're going to compare it, and you're going to see how incredibly ridiculous it is that these would be in low Earth orbit. So first off, the Starlink satellites each have a single solar array wing, with each spacecraft measuring about 36 feet, 11 meters end to end once the solar panel is extended. 11 meters. A Boeing 737, which is a pretty typical aircraft that we see all the time, is itself almost three times bigger, longer, 35 meters. You keep that in mind, 11 versus 30. Its orbit, allegedly, is in low Earth orbit, which is allegedly 340 miles, approximately 1.8 million feet. 1.8 million feet is where they're at. And a typical 737 that we see a lot in the night sky, its altitude can reach up to 26,000 to 36,000 feet. So we got 1.8 million, which is almost 2 million, versus 26 to 36,000. Pretty big difference. Now here is a airplane, and the person recording it thought it was just a planet. We've all seen airplanes before that look like bright stars. Oh, look at that star, like a little star, and then we notice, oh no, it's a plane because it's coming in and it's getting bigger and bigger. So an airplane at the max altitude, which is bigger than a satellite, looks like an itty bitty little star in the sky until you realize it's coming in and getting closer and getting brighter. Now you can compare these satellites, and we've all seen them. They look like the same itty bitty little stars in the sky traveling across, right? Just as big or no bigger than the 737s we see in the night sky. So those being, let me tell you, almost 1.8 million feet above us, and then the airplane, which is bigger than these things, being 26 to 36,000 feet. But usually when we see them, they're tiny and they're coming in for a landing, so they might be a little closer. Although you have seen them travel across the sky like itty bitty little dots. So how these being so much further and the plane being a fraction of the distance, can we see the plane and we can see these? You shouldn't be able to see these. Not at all. So, yeah, if those were in low Earth orbit, being 11 feet wingspan, which is the ones we see, the original ones, we wouldn't be able to see it. Not even a little bit. Maybe if you had a high power telescope, perhaps, but they're very small, we're told. Now, it makes a lot more sense that this is what satellites are, satelloons, what farmers have been finding crashed into their fields, what we see in the night sky moving across it, what this picture literally captured. Now, just using common sense, the understanding of seeing almost 2 million miles away with your eye, something so small, it's impossible. It's just impossible. So what are we looking at? The point is here not to be like, oh, now this is going to change my world. The point is not to believe everything you're told. Always question things. You know, we're living in the end times where they're going to come out and tell you things. But if you're already on the basis that all this stuff they've already told you is truth, you will be so easily deceived into believing anything out their mouth. Why do they lie? But why would they lie about it? To cover up truth. To cover up truth. Why would your kid tell you they were at their friend's house for a sleepover, meanwhile they're out partying? It's to cover up the truth. It's not like the lie is that bad, but it's to make sure the truth isn't known. Right? And they say 1% of our internet comes from satellites. 99% comes from underground sea cables. So, question, why would they lie? And then don't believe anything they tell you. God bless, guys.